Good evening, 2020 Women of Distinction, previous Women of Distinction, sponsors, our board of directors, Boots and Pearls committee members, honored guests. Do you recognize where I am? Camp Mary Elizabeth. It only took me 1 week after arriving to Girl Scouts of South Carolina, Mountains to Midlands, to fall in love with and to recognize that Camp Mary Elizabeth is a true gem for our girls, our volunteers, in this incredible community of Spartanburg and the upstate of South Carolina. This beautiful green space right in the middle of Spartanburg is a remarkable example of the power of place. The power of place is an incredibly special feeling. Susan Kersley said, "So you see, my heart is held forever by this place. I cannot leave." Camp Mary Elizabeth brings back so many memories for many of you. Girl Scout Camp provides girls that grow into strong women with everlasting memories of the power of place. That first time you were away from home and being independent. The making of lifelong friends. The feel of the lodge and the smell of the hiking trails during the rain. I'll talk more about the importance of the power of place later in our program. I'm Laura Tucker, the CEO of the Girl Scouts of South Carolina, Mountains to Midlands. I joined this council, this remarkable team in January, and could never in a million years imagine what my first 9 months here would entail. Keeping our council safe has been my #1 priority, and I can tell you honestly that as an extrovert, I can't wait to meet you in person. I am beyond ready for handshakes and hugs, face-to-face conversations, and heart-to-hearts over lunch or coffee. During this unprecedented time, we are so happy you could join us here this evening to honor and celebrate these extraordinary women. This celebration may look a little different from our own cars this year. However, Girl Scouts are resourceful and innovative, and this shows how dedicated you are to the future of our council and our amazing girls that need Girl Scouting now more than ever. Thank you so very much for sharing this evening with us. Although reimagined, the 2020 Boots and Pearls Women of Distinction celebration will be just as legendary as the past ceremonies. Since 2013, Boots and Pearls has honored women in the Spartanburg area who have inspired girls, enriched the community, and led with courage and strength. You can see the women who have made incredible contributions to this community. They are true servant leaders that our girls can look up to and actually envision themselves walking in their shoes. You are their sheroes, and that is what makes this event special. Our girls have the opportunity to watch you, to listen to you, and to dream big. You just can't put a price on dreams. Harriet Tubman said, "Every great dream begins with the dreamer." Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and to change the world. From representatives who have courageously led our state with empathy and compassion, to women who are leading some of the top companies in this great state. You have advocated for positive social change that creates a more equitable society. You are committed to advancing all women and work to amplify diverse voices. And you give back through your time, talent, and resources. Women of distinction, you are true leaders and role models for our girls. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the notorious RBG, said, "Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you." That's what we do, and that is what women of distinction do every single day. A strong woman knows she has strength enough for the journey. But a woman of strength knows that it is in the journey where she will become strong. Let's fuel our girls' ambitions and dreams and help them on their journey to discover who they are. That's what all these past honorees have done and continue to do. Without women like our esteemed honorees, our girls would not have role models, the examples they need to follow their dreams. If they can see it, they can dream it. Oprah said, "The most important journey of our lives doesn't involve climbing the highest peak or trekking around the world. The biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams." Thank you so very much for being the leaders that you are and for making a difference in the lives of our girls. Honk and flash your lights if you're happy to be here with us tonight to recognize our incredible women of distinction. Thank you so very much. As we talk about leadership this evening, I could not be more proud of our team, our girls, our volunteers, our staff, our board, and our supporters that have been incredibly innovative and resilient during this pandemic. We've worked harder and smarter, offering unprecedented, unique virtual programming to our girls. While many things came to a screeching halt during this pandemic, Girl Scouts did not stop. Girl Scouts continued serving our girls, and our girls need Girl Scouting now more than ever before. So while we may be facing one of the biggest challenges we've faced as an organization, I am witnessing Girl Scout leadership. We are still teaching, still learning, enjoying camaraderie, and having fun doing it.
Always, we want to start off with our promise and our Girl Scout law. So we'll start with that. On my honor, I will try.
In a second, we are going to start making our giant bubble solution. That was a huge bubble.
Hi friends, and welcome to Girl Scouts South Carolina Mountains to Midlands Facebook channel, and I will be with you to do some origami today. I hope you had a great time making edible slime with us today.
Hey Girl Scouts, hope you're having a great summer. We've had our first week of camp and the girls from That's Entertainment are having fun and staying cool with the water bottle challenge.
Whoa, look at what I got! Whoa! Whoa!
That's very pretty.
Whoa!
Hey Kate, what did the Girl Scouts teach you about camping?
Make a list. Set your tent. And pack your stuff in. Snack.
A big shout out to everyone that makes Girl Scouting possible. Honk those horns and flash those lights for Girl Scouting. While I'm still getting to know our council, our girls, our volunteers, and all of you, something you must know about me is I've come home to Girl Scouting. Girl Scouts shaped the path my life has taken. I am the leader I am today due to my Girl Scout experience. An experience that included being a member of a troop from Brownies through that time seniors. I was a camper, a counselor in training, a CIT, and a wider opportunity cohort member, and I earned what is now called the Gold Award. Through my experience in Girl Scouts, I learned the importance of making a difference in the lives of others, the importance of making a difference in my community and in my world. It has done the same for millions of girls across the United States and the world.
Hey everybody, my name is Alex Becknell. I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. I was in Troop 13, and I am now a freshman at Western Carolina University in North Carolina, and this is my story. So I was in Girl Scouts for 10 years, and I joined for 2 reasons. One of them, and I'm not going to lie to you, it was for the Girl Scout cookies, because I have an unhealthy addiction to them, but who doesn't? So it's okay. And the other reason was because one of my close friends and my younger sister were both in Girl Scouts, and I was honestly really jealous because they would tell me all the time the badges that they were earning, the friends they were making, everything that they were learning, and I just wanted to be a part of that. So I did. I stayed through my Gold Award because for some of those same reasons. I was making a lot of friends, I was learning a lot, I couldn't leave. I couldn't imagine myself not being in Girl Scouts. And also, we just didn't have a lot of girls that earned the Gold Award in my troop because they just didn't stick with it. And I wanted to be one of the girls that did. And as I started to grow older and mature a little bit, I wanted to make an impact in my community. So boom, Gold Award. For my Gold Award project, I created a nursery at my church so that babies and toddlers could have a place to go to get their wiggles out or their diapers changed. Because sometimes during the service, some of them would run around while the priest is trying to talk to us, and just really distracting, and they just needed a place to go. So we have a little parish house next to my church. So in some of the rooms, with help of some volunteers, we sanded the walls, took off the wall decal or wallpaper that was on there if there was any, repainted everything, brought in new painted furniture, books, toys, diapers, wipes, anything that a baby or toddler would need in there. I am a freshman, like I said before, at Western Carolina University, and I'm majoring in nursing. So I always kind of knew in the back of my brain that I wanted to do something that was helping people, because I was that first grader that, walked another kid to the nurse if they fell on the mulch or something like that. And, obviously as I was going through Girl Scouts, I was around younger girls, and I was known as the most welcoming Girl Scout. Or friendliest to some of the newer, younger girls. And some of them even called me Mother Alex sometimes. So that definitely made a big impact on me, and it steered me even more in the direction of nursing. So yeah. Girl Scouts also helped me with legit anything else that you can think of. It improved my people skills a lot. When I first started Girl Scouts, I was really shy, kind of standoffish in the corner. And now I can go up to anyone and start a conversation with them and keep a conversation with them, which is a big improvement. Also, my campus is surrounded by a dome of mountains. So I've gone hiking a couple times already with some friends, and now I know what trees or leaves or bushes or anything to stay away from. I know how to perform CPR on babies, toddlers, and adults. I know how to wrap a broken arm, anything first aid I know how to do because of Girl Scouts. I also have a better grasp on how to manage my money, even though as a college student, I don't have a lot of money, but the money that I do have, I know how to manage it because of Girl Scouts. Thank y'all for listening. That's my story. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
It's always inspiring to hear from our girls about what Girl Scouts means to them and what it has done for them. The initial event of Boots and Pearls started in 2013. Since then, Girl Scouts of South Carolina, Mountains to Midlands, has recognized 16 women of accomplishment in Spartanburg, Cherokee, and Union counties. Tonight, we will recognize 2 more accomplished women, Ruth Littlejohn and Stacy McBride. Both exude the characteristics of Girl Scouts: courage, confidence, and character. As a Girl Scout volunteer who has served in many capacities in both this council and the Legacy Piedmont Council, we all recognize that mentors such as these women are important to the future of our girls, and we wanted to highlight them annually with an event a fun, unique event. Thus came Boots and Pearls, a quirky name, but one of significance. Pearls are very significant in the Girl Scout world because the founder, Julia Gordon Low, actually sold her perfect pair of wedding pearls from her husband to fund her Girl Scout movement. The boots part, well, it came from wanting to create a signature event, and plus we know girls kick butt. Boots and Pearls has grown through the years to be known just as that, a signature event that honors fabulous women of courage, confidence, and character. So kick up your heels, sit back, and enjoy another night of Boots and Pearls.
Thank you, Kathy. Good evening. I am Ruth Kate, and I am proud to be a member of the Girl Scouts of South Carolina, Mountains to Midlands Board of Directors. My parents always taught me that I could do anything, be anything. That's what all of us should be telling our girls. I'm on the board because female leadership is more important now than ever before. Tonight, we are recognizing women who are setting a path forward for our girls. Girls like Izzy Goodchild Mickelman.
Hi, my name is Izzy Goodchild Mickelman, and I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. I've been a part of Girl Scouts for 13 years, and I've been with the same troop pretty much since the first grade. It's been a wonderful experience overall, and I kind of had a capstone moment in 2019 when I finished my Girl Scout Gold Award. I really think that a large part of why I even had the capabilities to complete my Gold Award were in large part due to my excellent troop leaders, Allison Sandago and Bonnie Webster. I would say that it was really encouraged among the girls in my troop to go for the gold. In fact, we had 5 girls get it throughout high school, which was amazing. And I think that my troop leaders really helped me kind of build the foundational skills in service and in leadership that are necessary to complete a project as big as the Gold Award. I was actually the last girl in my troop to complete the Gold Award. I did it my senior year, and I'm so glad that I finished the project. My project focused on the issue of declining bee populations in the U.S. So everybody knows that bees are important pollinators and they're important to the environment, but they're also really important to the U.S. agricultural system. In fact, 1 in every 3 bites of food that Americans eat are pollinated by bees. So to combat this issue on a local level in my own Spartanburg community, I partnered with the Hatcher Gardens Nature Preserve and Garden. And I worked with their lead gardener to create a pollinator-friendly garden. I also had an educational component to my project. And I would say that the most fun moment of my Gold Award was definitely Be the Change Day, where I invited younger Girl Scouts to come and help me plant and do fun bee-related activities at Hatcher Gardens, and also learn about what they could do to help the bees. I really have to say that getting my Gold Award was definitely the capstone of my Girl Scout experience, but I would also say it was a highlight of my high school years overall. I think Girl Scouts was really a special experience for me because it provided me with both a depth and a breadth of experience. Now to kind of unpack what I mean by that, for depth, I think it allowed me to just really deeply connect with and serve my community. I made a lot of friends through Girl Scouts, both when I was young and when I was older. The fun father-daughter dances and various other activities that were put on every year were a great chance to meet girls. And I would say that my 3 closest friends today, I met through Girl Scouts, and then being a part of the same troop allowed us to stay connected even through middle school and high school. I also did a lot of Girl Scout destinations. And through that program, I actually went to 4 places. It was amazing. I went to Wyoming, Costa Rica, the Huntsville Space Academy, and the Channel Islands off the coast of California. And I had all kinds of amazing experiences and made friends from all around the country. I'm now a sophomore at Harvard College studying molecular and cellular biology. And it wasn't always clear to me what I wanted to do with my life. But now I realize that I love science and I want to go into scientific research when I graduate. I would say that Girl Scouts really helped me in obvious ways of being a great thing to have on a resume and kind of providing me with concrete skills, but it also helped me in more intangible ways of really just determining what I wanted to spend my life doing. There's so many different opportunities that opened for me when I stuck with Girl Scouts, from travel activities to service-based things, especially with my Gold Award. It really helped me grow up, and it helped me see what I wanted my future to be. And honestly, I can't imagine where I would be right now if I didn't participate in Girl Scouts for 13 years.
I have no doubt that the girls we've heard from tonight will be recognized by the same group in the years ahead. But tonight, we celebrate two distinguished women who have made countless contributions to the Spartanburg area. Ruth Littlejohn and Stacy McBride are courageous, confident, and of impeccable character. As a Girl Scout volunteer who has seen firsthand the positive impact female mentorship and leadership has in a girl's life, I recognize, and I know you do too, the importance of role models. That is what Stacy and Ruth are, role models who are important to the future of our girls and well-deserving of tonight's recognition. We are fortunate to have Ruth Littlejohn here in Spartanburg. She is an asset to our community, deeply cares about revitalization and preservation. I am honored too, for those of you that don't know her, our first 2020 Spartanburg Women of Distinction honoree, Spartanburg City Councilwoman Ruth Littlejohn.
I grew up in a country environment in Woodruff, South Carolina. We went to live with my grandmother, who was a sharecropper. We all pitched in and we worked the farm together to share the chores. Some years later, my father died of a massive heart attack at the age of 42. And my mother was left to raise 4 children, my being the oldest at the age of 14. She had to work 2 jobs to support her 4 children. I learned how to work at a very early age. We were taught to love everybody, and we went to church. She would prepare food for neighbors, and we would deliver the food. And so those are values now that stay with me because I find myself doing the same thing in my community. I was a very successful real estate agent. However, when I was going to college, that is something that I never even thought about doing. And I never imagined that I would ever be serving on city council. As we moved around in the military and throughout my volunteer services, you name it, I was doing it. I was a school mom, going and volunteering there because you have so many kids who do not have that motherly love at home. And just to have someone there that's going to greet them and hug them and say, I love you, and to tell them that they are beautiful, and to tell them you're going to do great, that you're going to do great things. Make a child know that they can be all that they can be, because as my grandmother used to say, never let anyone tell you of what you cannot do, because there is no such thing as never or can't. I've had several mentors throughout my life. However, the ones who stand out the most to me is my grandmother, the Josephine Duncan, and my second grade teacher, Mrs. Madge Williams, and Reverend William King of Melbourne, Florida. But those are the ones who have affected me the most and left footprints on my heart. We all have a duty to give back, learn to share, to give, and not expect anything in return.
I was fortunate to get to meet Ruth in 2008. Both of us were participating in the Grassroots Leadership Development Institute. I just fell in love with her. She's wonderful. She is one of the most dynamic and driven people that I've ever met. There's nothing that she would ask someone to do or want someone to do that she wouldn't do herself. She is that true community servant. Part of her being a role model is really that the work she does and the way she leads is for the benefit of others more than the benefit of herself. If I had to describe Ruth in 2 words, it would be dynamic and driven. She is tireless and fierce, and she just doesn't stop. But she also does it with such grace, and she's dynamic.
Ruth definitely has a servant leadership heart. I mean, it's displayed in her service to our community, being on multiple organizations and boards. She means what she says and says what she means, and she does it with class. Ruth is deserving of this award because of just the genuine service that she's given to our community. Spartanburg is so fortunate to have someone with that type of desire to lead, regardless of whether there's a title attached to it or not. If I had to describe Ruth in 2 words, I would say classy and feisty. Ruth, I want to congratulate you on your award for Women of Distinction. I can't think of a better recipient. And I personally am grateful to have this opportunity to personally thank you for being my friend and being a friend of this community, and all the work that you've given to this community is greatly appreciated.
Congratulations, Ruth, on being named a Woman of Distinction. You are fantastic, and I'm honored to be your friend and so grateful that you are serving this community.
I want to thank the Girl Scouts for this opportunity. It is an honor to have been recognized as a Woman of Distinction. I am grateful to you. I also want to thank my husband Horace, my son Terry, my daughter-in-law Michelle, and my grandson Zachary, and all of my friends and mentors who have supported me throughout the years. I thank you and I love you.
Congratulations, Ruth. It is clear the caliber of your leadership has helped pave the path for generations of girls to come. Stacy McBride puts others before herself. She is unselfish, serving victims and children here and internationally. It is my honor to present our next Women of Distinction honoree tonight, Stacy McBride.
I grew up in Minersville, Pennsylvania, a town of about 3,500 people, 2 hours northwest of Philadelphia. And I am the 5th of 6 children. We grew up in a very tight-knit community. It was very small. We were very involved in our church and our community. So I had 5 siblings, so it was a lot of fun. It was very chaotic at times, but it was a lot of fun. My mother would always say, get involved. You know, wherever you go, get involved. Do what needs to be done, help out. We didn't have a whole lot, but we certainly had everything that we needed, and she was always doing something for someone else. So I think just those selfless acts and just giving back and doing what needed to be done was definitely something that was instilled in us. I've gotten involved wherever I've lived, and in high school and college, always getting involved and trying to give back. I think that's very important, to give back. No matter what you have, there's always something that you can give. I was a Girl Scout. I loved working on badges, and we would meet in our parish hall in our gym, and we had wonderful leaders. We had a day camp every summer, singing the songs, sitting around the campfire. I have great memories from Girl Scouts. My mother is an amazing woman. She worked full time, and she was an advocate for those who couldn't advocate for themselves. I have a sister who has Down syndrome who is truly inspiring, and she never met a stranger. She has such love and joy in her heart for everything, the simplest things, and it's just really heartwarming to watch. I wish I had more time for family. I just never think there's enough time for family. My husband Jack and I have 4 children, John, Harry, Sally, and Kate. And John and Harry one lives in DC, one lives in St. Louis. Sally will be moving soon, Kate's in college, and it's just hard to get everybody together at times. And so I always cherish family time. That's really the most important thing to me, being with my family. Advice that I would give my younger self is to not be afraid to try something new and be proactive and not wait for someone to invite you, but go after it. make the changes that you need to make or contribute in some way, but be proactive. It's not always about raising money or building buildings. It's really the impact that your work has on the people in those organizations. And I am really more of a boots on the ground kind of person. That's where I like to be. I like to be getting my hands dirty. If it's worth it, you just do it.
Stacy is a servant leader, and she believes that the leader should be the one that's working the hardest and the longest. And she really does lead by example. And she does it from, really a genuine desire to help people and to improve lives. And, it just shines through in everything she says and the way she conducts herself and the way she interacts with other people. Just extraordinarily humble and gracious and so very generous. She is a very powerful woman, but she uses that power to help other people and to empower the people around her and to empower other women and young women and girls. And that quality is something that all of us women really need.
I met Stacy about, I would say 6+ years ago, through another mutual friend. It was very apparent very quickly to me that she really, it sounds trite to say that she's a really good person, but she is a really good person. She's very generous in her spirit, her time, her commitment, her empathy for people. She's very positive. She has a can-do approach. She is pragmatic about having the best outcome.
Stacy, congratulations. I'm so proud of you, and you are so deserving of this award. You are an excellent and talented leader. You're a wonderful mom. You're a dear, dear friend, and you do so much for this community, and I just couldn't be more proud of you. Congratulations.
Stacy, congratulations on being a woman of distinction. I've always known that, now everyone else can too.
I want to thank the Girl Scouts of South Carolina, Mountains to the Midlands, and the Selection Committee for the Women of Distinction Award. I'm very grateful and very honored to receive this award tonight. It's very humbling to be part of a group of women who have made such an impact on the community. I also want to thank my family, my husband Jack, and our 4 children that are here tonight, John, Harry, Sally, and Kate. I am all about family, and I am very grateful to your love and support that you have given me over the years. Thank you. I love you.
Wow. Ruth and Stacy, congratulations. You are true leaders and role models for our girls. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the leadership you've provided to our community and the example you set for our girls. Our community and the world are a better place because of you. Please join me in showing your immense gratitude for tonight's Women of Distinction by honking your horns and blinking your lights. No matter what challenges we face this year, being able to pick up and continue to move forward is key. Olympic athlete Jenny Finch said that you can't always control the circumstances, only how you react to those circumstances. You can always control your attitude and effort. And this is so true. Throughout the past 8 months, Girl Scouts has had the opportunity to showcase leadership skills and the ability to keep girls connected, engaged, learning, and having fun, no matter what the challenges we faced. We even offered virtual camp sessions, and our girls loved them. But there is no substitute for the moment a girl experiences Girl Scout camp for the very first time. Let me take you back to the power of place. When we talk about leadership the Girl Scout way, I challenge you to find an experience that teaches girls more about life, an experience that teaches girls more about how to empower themselves than Girl Scout camp. My Power of Place story is from Camp Judy Lane in Kentucky. I was the waterfront director at camp that summer of my story. My camp name was, due to my talent of spitting water across an entire pool, was Whale. I was young and very ego-driven. I received a letter from a mother that summer, and it changed my life. That mother wrote, "Dear Well, you'll meet a lot of girls this summer, and I know you won't be able to remember very many, but I thought you'd like to know that the very first week of camp, you helped one. At the age of 2, my daughter Christy had an accident in the bathtub, and ever since, she's been deathly afraid of getting her face wet. My husband and I have worked for 8 years with her to no avail. So bad was her fear that even simple tasks like washing her hair have been a major undertaking. She even cried when she had to take the swim test the first day at camp. So great was her respect and admiration for you that in a few short times in 1 week, my daughter not only is doing a basic float, but swims underwater. She now wants to take swimming lessons. We cannot thank you enough. Although your monetary pay may be small, our appreciation is so immense, and your memory will be eternal in the heart of one 10-year-old. No one can put a price on that." Girl Scout changed the lens in which I was seeing the world that summer. Very young in my life, I learned that life wasn't just about me. I learned in the power of place that one person can make a difference in someone's life, and that I had a responsibility to make the world a better place. I became a servant leader that summer, and that was leadership, being taught at a critical moment in a girl's life, my life, the Girl Scout way. How many of you tonight, and how many of your daughters and granddaughters have embedded in their hearts and minds a Camp Mary Elizabeth Power of Place, memory or story? Camp not only teaches leadership the Girl Scout way, but it is often a time-honored family tradition that becomes a rite of passage for girls throughout generations. And this is why the upkeep and development of our camp properties is crucial. Every time I am here at Camp Mary Elizabeth, I am reminded of its beauty. The singing brook, the beautiful wildflowers, and I can almost hear laughing and splashing and talking through the rustle of trees. What a gem! And how lucky are we to have this beautiful camp right in the metro Spartanburg area. How many children have learned to swim in the pool? How many miles have been hiked around the trails? How many snapshots fill family photo albums, and more importantly, childhood memories? I have no doubt that memories will continue to be made here for generations to come. The power of place is real at Camp Mary Elizabeth, and it must live on. As beautiful as camp is, it needs attention. Some tender, loving care, some TLC. We built a beautiful leadership center in Columbia, and now we need to show support right here in Spartanburg for Camp Mary Elizabeth. If the past 8 months have shown us anything, it is just how important it is to be outside. We need to balance the tablets, computers, and phones with the outdoors. We need to cherish our outdoor spaces. Camp Mary Elizabeth needs to be the destination in the Spartanburg area, the one place in Spartanburg where girls from the area can come to shop, camp, swim, and participate in incredible outdoor experiences. Parsons Shelter needs some attention so that girls and volunteers can not only train and learn, but stay overnight in a space which they are comfortable. We are planning to enclose the shelter and add windows so there are specific spaces for sleeping, programs, and training. Our cabins at Corny's Crib are rustic. We love that, but they need new windows, new beds, fresh coats of paint, and more. We need to ensure Camp Mary Elizabeth is inviting for our girls. Girls told us years ago that they wanted to be outside, but with the comfort of indoors. Our plans for our girls also include a bathhouse with running water that will serve both Corny's Crib and Parsons Shelter. I am asking you this evening to invest in girls. Invest in their power of place, memories, and life lessons. We need to continue to financially support our properties so that the experience of the power of place continues for generations to come. Please join me in supporting our girls, our emerging leaders, our future through supporting Camp Mary Elizabeth. You were given an envelope when you pulled in tonight. I hope you will make a contribution. Wave your Girl Scout buff out of your car window, and Girl Scouts will come around to pick up your envelopes and thank you with a box of cookies. And while you take some time to consider the future and our investment, how about some Girl Scout trivia?
Barges, I would like to go with you. I would like to sail the ocean blue. Barges, have you treasures in your hold? Do you fight with pirates brave and bold? Out of my window, looking in the night, I can see the barges flickering bright. Starboard showing green and port is showing red. I can see the barges from my bed. Barges, I would like to go with you. I would like to sail the ocean blue. Barges, have you treasures in your hold? Do you fight with pirates brave and bold? How my heart longs to sail away with you as you sail across the ocean blue. But I must stay here beside my window clear as the barges sail away from here. Barges, I would like to go with you. I would like to sail the ocean blue. Barges, have you treasures in your hold? Do you fight with pirates brave and bold? Out of my window, looking in the night, I can see the barges flickering light, taking their cargo out into the sea. How I wish that someday they'd take me. Barges, I would like to go with you. I would like to sail the ocean blue. On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say there's a reason here, for a reason up above. My honor is to try, and my duty is to love. People don't need to know my name. If I've done any harm, then I'm to blame. If I've helped anyone, then I've helped me. If I've opened up my eyes to see, I have tucked away a song or two when you're feeling low. There's one for you if you need a friend. Then I will come, and there's so many more where I come from. On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say there's a reason here, for a reason up above. My honor is to try, and my duty is to love. Come with me where a fire burns bright. We can even see better by candles light. We can find more meaning in a campfire's glow than we is to try and my duty is to love. I want to linger a little longer, a little longer here with you. It's such a perfect night, it doesn't seem quite right that this should be our last with you. And as the years go by, we'll think of you and sigh. This is good night and not goodbye.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you so very much for investing in girls and for investing in the power of place. Albert Magnus said, "Place is something the soul makes for storing images. Because of your gifts, many images from the beauty that is Camp Mary Elizabeth will be stored in girls' hearts for generations to come." To close out our 2020 Boots and Pearls Women of Distinction, I leave you with this. Always believe in you. Listen to your heart. Trust your instincts. Know you can see your own strength. Dream it. Dare it. Do what you are afraid of. Keep the faith. Follow your vision and remember anything is possible if you only believe. I believe that girls are our future. The Girl Scout leadership experience is a one-of-a-kind experience that teaches girls how to empower themselves and to follow their dreams, whatever those dreams may be. As we bring this wonderful evening to a close, I want to say another special thank you to all of our generous sponsors and committee members for always making this event a night to remember. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your love for Girl Scouting. Can I get one more round of horn honking and lights flashing in recognition of tonight's honorees? On your way out, if you still have an envelope, Girl Scouts from Troops 1344 and 1798 will be at the exit to collect them. Say hello to them. And thank you, everyone, for spending your evening with us. Drive carefully on your way home and stay safe.